Okay, let's continue to our main lecture on drawing instruments and accessories. Okay, basically, standard engineering drawing is actually a two-dimensional representation of 3D objects. Based on this, we can actually learn more about the shape, size, surface quality, material is being used, or the manufacturing process involved in the 2D drawings. So basically a graphic language from which a trained person can easily visualize the objects. So role of an engineering drawing is actually for an engineer, the ability to read the drawing is important for many professions. That's why this course is a fundamental course for most of the engineering personnel. Okay, basically some of the application that we can think of is, for example, for civil engineers we have building drawings. Okay, for mechanical engineering and industrial engineering we have machine drawings or layout drawings. For electrical and electronics engineering we have circuit diagrams. Okay, and also computer graphics and all. So this is one example of one mechanical parts for a typical mechanical engineering drawing. Okay, this is a layout for a house with the foundation and so on for a civil engineer. Okay, this is a schematic for an electrical engineer. Okay, so basically these skills are important. First, we need to read and prepare the engineering drawings. And the second objective is to be able to make freehand sketching of different objects. Okay, and you need to have the power to imagine, analyze, and communicate. And also you need to understand other subjects. Next, I move on to drawing instruments. So the first one is the drawing boards. Okay, so basically it is a standard board, depends on the paper size. Then the drawing board can be different, and it has one special aid which consists of two links connected by this. It can be rotated, so at the end we have a 90 angle scale rulers. Okay, so these are can move up and down, and at the end also have a protractor, so we can actually measure the degrees difference to. So if we move up and down, we can actually move this right angle rulers around, so it's very useful for drawings. Okay, this is a typical drawing board. We have another one we call mini drafter. So actually it consists of only one very long rulers. It can move only up and down like this, and actually so we mount our A4 paper or whatever size of the paper is like this, and we can move up and down. So the advantages of this is actually it's very simple, and we can carry this one around. The previous one, it is impossible to carry around because of the size and mechanical support of the two arms like this. So, but for your work, if you can find this one is useful, but I don't think it's necessary. So in order to replicate this, you can use two right angle triangle rulers. Okay. So this is a typical drawing set for a professional drafter. Okay, so we have many tools. So because the main objective in drawing is actually accuracy, speed, legibility, and neatness. The drawing need to be very accurate, need to be made fast enough, and need to be legible so that it can communicate to other engineers, and it must be clean and neat. So some of the example of instruments that we can use. We have seen this is the compass. So typical scales or rulers. Okay, the compass you guys all know how to use, so I will not repeat this one. Scale. So actually scale is the ratio between the drawing object and the real objects. For example, let's say in this following figures, the drawing objects have this size of 10 units, but the real objects have this size of 20. So the scale will be 1 to 2. Okay, this means the drawing object is 2 times smaller than the real objects. Okay, so in order for others people to understand, to know more, we have to have this scale on all of your drawings. Okay, remember this one is very important. Your drawing need to have a scale so that people can actually imagine how big the real object is based on your drawn objects. Okay, so typical scale standard are 1/2, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, similar to money scale. Okay? The other way around, 2 to 1, 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 50 to 1, 100 to 1. Okay. So next one is the French curves. So actually, I think some of you guys have seen this one before in your lower grades. Okay, so basically it contains many freehand curves, so that you can use this one to draw like quadratic or cubic functions and so on in the lower grades. We also have templates. So in what are the templates? In the templates we have many predetermined objects with various shapes and size. For example, we have many hexagons, we have many circles, we have many nuts and bolts, we have many ellipses like this. So this is useful, but it is not really. Of course, if you guys have this, it's very nice, but no need to have. Okay. For your pencils, so we categorize pencils based on the different degrees of hardness. Okay, so usually we have 3H is the hardest. Okay, then 3B is the softest. So we have 3H, 2H, H, HB, B, 2B, and 3B. So basically 3B is very soft, 3H is very hard. So this means the line that are made by this 3H is very small and difficult to see, and 3B is very soft, so the line will be very thick. Okay, nowadays mechanical pencils are very popular, so I encourage you guys to use just standard, okay, mechanical pencil, but try to use 0.5 or 0.7. Okay, this is how you use the mechanical pencil with the mini drafter, and basically the same if you use with others. Okay, so I recommend you guys use 0.5 thick leads with HB or B. This one is for standard drawing, so you guys don't have to follow. So just use HB for not important lines. Later on you guys will know what are not important lines. And the main lines, please use B, okay? Because HB is very slightly harder to see. So in this slide, I show you guys how to generate different kinds of angles based on just the two triangles rulers. Okay, so triangle rulers, or in Vietnamese mean eke. Okay, so you guys can use both of them to make many different angles. For example, we have this here. This is 60 degrees. This is 30 degrees. Another one is actually 45 and 45. So based on this we can generate 15 degrees, okay, because this one is 60, right, 60, 45, so this angle will be 15, okay. It's quite easy to understand. 30, this one is 30, 45, 60, this one 45 and 30, so this one are the same, so this one will be 75, and similarly we can have others. Okay, so you guys know how to generate different angles if you don't have the protractors. Okay, what is a protractor? The protractor is actually I think I have it here. So basically, okay, this is the protractor, okay, or thước đo độ in Vietnamese. Okay, basically for the drawing standard, we have so many different drawing standards like ISO, DIN and CJIS, but please in this course we will use only ISO, okay? Other standard, please take a look at the textbook. Next, drawing paper standard size, okay? We usually use from A0 to A4. So how do we recognize? So A4 is actually 210 times 297, okay, the smaller size. And if we double the size of A4, we have A3. So what does it mean? A3 will be 297 and times 420. Okay, if we keep this and we times 2, so this one will become 594, then we have A2. If we keep 594 and we times 2, actually we have 841. And similarly for A0, we keep this and we multiply this one by 2, then we have 841 times 1189. All of these dimensions are in millimeters. Okay, so the equipment recommended for you guys need to have at least one ruler which is longer than 30 centimeters. You guys need to have at least 2 mechanical pencils, 0.5 millimeter leads. Okay, one maybe HB 1B. You guys need to have a very good erasers. Okay, a protractor, 2 triangle rulers. Okay, standard 45, 45 and 60, 30. And you guys need to have a flat base which is larger than A4, because in our course we only use A4, okay, to make it easier for you guys. So I recommend to use an A4 paper, okay, with something underneath so that it can be sturdy and flat. So you can put your A4 paper on the flat base made by the A3 papers. You guys need to have the compass also to draw circles and arcs. This one is a must. So these are the minimum equipments that you guys have to have in order to, make all the assignments and practice in class. So usually in this course, you guys will have to practice in class, but due to some unavoidable circumstances, so our course will be online, so all of the exercise will be done at home. So you guys actually have to write your own. Okay, all labs and homeworks are in A4 papers. Okay, it is recommended to have a better quality ones unless specified otherwise. Okay,